Hi guys, it's Alex here. I wanted to show you how to use the Facebook Pixel in 2018. The Facebook Pixel is a very powerful tool that Facebook puts in our hands, and it allows us to do all sorts of things. The first thing I want to show you is how on January 2018 we got these sales from Shopify. We started, as you can see, with the zero sale down here pretty much, and went up all the way to sell $77,900 in January. That is a 12,598% over the prior month. As you can see, this is January the 1st, 2018 to January 29, 2018 compared to December the 3rd to December 31st, 2017. Now, how did we do all these sales? Basically, thanks to the power of the Facebook Pixel and Facebook ads. So just to start from basic, we can understand the purchasing ideal process like in a straight line, without any issues, without any other products, without any hesitation from the buyer, that the person would come after looking at a Facebook ad, they would come straight to our website and they would look at the content that would show the characteristics, the FAQ, the testimonials, anything that you have in the view content page. After that, they would automatically add to cart. After that, they would go straight and initiate the checkout, and finally they would end up purchasing the product. So that produces the sales that you're all after. Now, all these events, as you can see, can be tracked by the Facebook Pixel, and they are tracked if you set up the Pixel in the first place. So what happens here is that you need to go to Facebook, your business manager, and in the top menu up here, you can select all tools and then come down to measure and report, events manager, and select pixels. When you do that, that's going to take us to the main pixels page. In there, you can tell if the pixel is already set up. In this case, you can see that the pixel is already set up and it's working because we have a green light, and it says that it last received information 20 minutes ago. The number of events that it received so far is 31,500, and those events are broken down in the same events that I mentioned before. Page view, view content, initiate checkout, add to cart, and purchase. Now what I want to do here is I want to track, or I want to show you the details. In here you see that the Pixel installation is complete and is ready to use, and this is showing me how many events it tracked today. So today it tracked 273 events, and those are the same ones we saw before. Of course, there's always more page views and view content and purchases, and that is also very clearly indicated in this graph down here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to customize this graph quickly to show you purchases, adds to cart, and view content. So you can see the view content being the green line has had quite a big evolution during the month of January, because this is covering from the 9th of January to the 5th of February. And there's been quite a lot of adds to cart and purchases in purple at the bottom of the graph. This screen also shows you the different events that took place. You can see that they're all still active and they've been received, there's been information received in the last minute, and the number of events that each one of those has recorded. So page views, there's been 83,800 in the period of 9 January to 5th February. Purchases, there's been 2.9 thousand events. Down here we have a drop-down box where we can look at the URLs that have been more popular, the domains that have been more popular, and the devices. And the devices, I find it really interesting, and I want to drill down into that because I want to show you that in our particular shop, the product for this particular product, what we've done is we've had many more iPhone events received than anything else. So that blue line here is mobile iPhone. The green one is Android, and the next one down is desktop. So you can see those are the top ones. We received 116,000 iPhone events, followed by 12,800 Android events, which means that if we're going to advertise, we'd better advertise to people who have iPhones rather than to people who have Android phones. So all of these talks about the events, and these events, like I said, are tracked by the Facebook Pixel, and it's amazing that we have all this information in our hands. But there's even more amazing stuff that we can do. these standard events that are view content, add to cart, checkout initiated, and purchase, which are the main ones that we've been using, can be created into custom audiences. And these custom audiences can be of any duration between 1 day and 180 days or 360 days, depending on the event. So what we do here is we are going to have an audience of people who have viewed content in the last 30 days. People who have added to cart in the last 30 days. That could be, like I said, 1 day, 7 days, 30 days, 180 days, etc. Checkout initiated 30 days, purchase 30 days. So what this means is that using something that Facebook provides, which is called Audience Insights, we can analyze this audience and see what type of people are accessing our website to view content. Or, more interestingly even, how many people are, for instance, women purchasing in the last 30 days. Because if I look at this type of information and I see that most people buying are women, then I'd rather advertise for women rather than spend my money or waste my money on advertising to men. So this type of information is available in Facebook Audience Insights and is incredibly valuable. It helped us have that graph in the first page, have that amazing curve all the way up. Now, with this custom audiences, what we can also do, and the power of the audiences and the pixel goes even further, is if we have an audience that is 100 people purchasing, we can extrapolate, or Facebook can extrapolate and create lookalike audiences that are 1% of the Facebook United States population, for instance, and give us 2,200,000 people that we can advertise to. Now, that amount of people is definitely available, but what's interesting about these people is that they share the same characteristics, or very similar characteristics, to the 100 people that have already bought. So I know that if this 100 bought, well, there's a high percentage of these 2,200,000 that are also going to buy. Of course, it's not going to be 100% because it's never like that. But what's important is that we can advertise to an audience that we didn't have in the first place, or that we could have created guessing at interests or behaviors or things like that. But now we know that they're very similar to the people who have already bought. So what we have to do then is create from the custom audiences that we've created in the first place, that we've analyzed, that we're happy with, create lookalike audiences. Now from the view content 30 days, we create a lookalike 1% view content 30 days in the United States. Or from purchasing 30 days, we can create the lookalike audience that is 1% of the US population that Facebook has access to, or that have a profile on Facebook, that have purchased in 30 days. So from 100 people in each one of these audiences, and I would recommend that is the minimum you should have an custom audience created with, in order to create a lookalike audience, we can end up with 2.2 million people in each one of these audiences, depending on country. Obviously, United States, larger population, larger access to Facebook. We will have probably the highest number in the United States than any other country, but that's something for another video. So this is it. This is what you can do. You can analyze the people who come to a website and who buy from you. You can create custom audiences based on those people, and then you can extrapolate to the population of a whole country and say, I want 1% of the population of that country that has access to Facebook, etc., that has similar characteristics to the people that have already bought in the last 30 days. So this is just scratching the surface at the power of the Facebook pixel. What is coming up in part 2 is lookalike audiences beyond 1%. Of course, you can do 2%, 3%, and so on, but what's the catch in there? Warning, custom audience quality matters, and if you have rubbish custom audience, you're going to get rubbish lookalike audiences, and it's not going to work for you. So it's important to look after the quality of your custom audience. Retargeting, we haven't really talked about retargeting, but how to use these custom audiences for retargeting, and there's even more power in that stuff. Another super useful custom audiences that you can create, which are not only related to standard events. And lastly, it's not just Facebook anymore. So hang in there, and I hope to see you soon.